Welcome back. Law enforcement officers from agencies across Montana were in Helena over the weekend competing for a spot on the Governor's 20. That's the list of the top 20 law enforcement pistol shooters in the state. The Governor's 20 competition has been going on for about 30 years in Montana. This year's competition was at the Helena Police Department range and included a paper match. It challenged officers to shoot with their left and right hands back to the 50-yard line and a steel plate rack shot for time. There were also some side matches that incorporated movement and dynamic shooting. But the Governor's 20 is more than just a competition. It's also an educational event, bringing together people with a variety of expertise and experience to share ideas.
We're just trying to assemble a group of gun guys, if you will, from around the state that are willing to help and exchange policies and training plans and gear reviews and T&Es and all the stuff it takes to modernize and make sure that your officers have good equipment. We're trying to help be a resource for those things.
Funds raised during this year's Governor's 20 competition benefited the Mason Moore Foundation, which provides grants to local law enforcement agencies to provide programs or special equipment that may not be available through the standard government funding process. Pink and blue flags are all over the trees in local hiking areas and are part of an expansive forest fuel reduction project. MTN's Madeline Heath hit the trails and tells us what these flags mean.
You may have noticed trees with these different colored flags while hiking around Mount Helena, and that's part of a forest thinning project that turns these trees into slash piles like the one behind me.
Crews have been up here the last couple of days, I've noticed, doing some cutting, couldn't get on a couple trails that I normally hike. But yeah, overall it's been, I think, a positive thing.
Mike Casper hikes with his dogs up Mount Helena regularly and has noticed some changes recently.
You can see more through the forest and it's kind of opened up a little bit.
It's part of work to thin the forested area. It doesn't just open up space for people recreating, but also for the trees themselves.
The goal of this project is to reduce overall tree crown densities and increase the base canopy height.
To do that, trees are marked with either pink or blue ribbons.
The trees that are going to be retained on the landscape are flagged with a blue flag. We have to create outer boundaries for a treatment unit, and that's the pink colored flagging.
The end goal, reduce the tree density from about 1,000 trees per acre to under 100 trees per acre. That helps keep the landscape and community safe from fire and helps keep the trees healthier.
It not only benefits the community from the standpoint of reducing the risk to wildfire, it also helps the individual trees.
Casper's has already seen this benefit as the tree thinning helped last week's Mount Ascension fire to be contained quickly.
I'm glad they're doing something about it. Obviously, being this close to town, you don't want to have fires creeping in.
Removed trees will be turned into slash piles that will be burned in fall of 2027 and 2028. Reporting on Mount Helena, Madeline Heath, MTN News.